Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, LFC fans. Same day, pre-match, look at the derby game today at Anfield against Everton. It's been a little bit of a while, hasn't it? Internationals, players out, playing for the international teams, recovery from the penalty shootout loss to Newcastle. And obviously, within that time, we've had some news. We've had some news, haven't we? So, look forward to chopping that with you. See you in a moment. So welcome back again. So, whoa, what, a couple of weeks? Seems a hell of a long time. Were we surprised? I think not. Trent looks like he is Madrid bound. I'm really not listening to any more news in regards to, oh no, he's not. There's been nothing formalised. It is going. I've kind of felt like this was going to be the case for some time. I have felt that just all the noises seem to be the case that Trent would be going. Um, Bellingham is obviously over there, got in his ear. He likes the idea, the lifestyle, and I kind of feel like we we're never going to compete salary wise. We're not going to compete. Look, we've got Virgil still to sort out. We've got Salah still to sort out. I just couldn't see FSG, the owners they are, pushing a boat out to keep Trent. And to be honest with you, I have mixed feelings. Everyone knows my views about him defensively. I kind of think he's a weak link. And I feel that a lot of teams strategize their play around attacking our side. And this is disappointing. It's probably affected us quite a bit, actually. I think there's been games where he's affected us because he's either seemed lethargic, not focused, or lackadaisical, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes I just look for more cohesive, stronger defender. However, we know he's a world-class baller. We know his passing array is probably unmatched, I think, around the world. I think maybe only the PSG right back's the only one I would probably think that probably has an array of passing like Trent. So it's a pity in that sense, but I feel like he's going to go. It's time to move on, and it's time to talk about who potentially we're going to get. Who potentially could this stingy owners, FSG, get? I have my views about FSG. I like the fact that in terms of as a business, they've kept us prudent, physically conservative, I know, but strong. But they lie to us too much. They don't put their hands in their pockets, I don't feel. And it costs us every time we do well, like, for example, now, potentially we could win the league. They always then, that next season, don't invest in the team. And we've seen it happen before. We've seen it happen before, and we don't want it to happen again. But it is a concern. So look, if I just briefly top on this. It looks like Trent is obviously going. I kind of feel Salah's going to be staying. I kind of feel Virgil will be saying, I will be really shocked. I just think if all three go, I feel you're not supporting the manager. Unless the manager wants them to go on. And I can't see that being the case. I really can't. We need Virgil. We need Salah staying. And Trent can go. Let him go. Listen, don't give him hate. He's not going to be a legend. I don't feel he's going to be a legend. But don't give him hate. Yeah? Let him go about his business. There's no hatred. Let him go. Let him go and find his way. Like others have gone and found out that his grass is not greener. But don't give him abuse. Yeah? He served us loyally from boy to man. Let him go and let him find out. And we move on. On his side, we've got Bradley, and we need another player. We need someone who's going to be a starter. And it's all about who potentially are Liverpool looking to get in terms of right backs. Who are we going to get? Yeah, we need to find someone who's going to give us the strength and pace at the back to do the job. We really do, and someone who's defensively strong. Uh, Now, in terms of, and that's both sides, left and right. We know that right now. We need a left back and we need a right back. Simple as that. Um, Against Newcastle, a penalty shootout, we looked tired. We just looked lethargic. You played PSG. We put it all out with PSG. We lost on pens to PSG. And to be honest with you, I kind of looked at that game and I thought, you don't start with the same lineup, please. Don't start this. And we did. And we did start saying like, sorry, Newcastle obviously was not penalty shootout. I do apologise. It wasn't penalty shootout. We lost to Newcastle 2-1. But my point I was making is that the PSG penalty shootout, we were knackered, totally, utterly knackered. Starting that same lineup again, just it was wrong. And I think the coach admitted it. Just rotation needs to be better. But look, Robbo is gone. His legs are gone. He ain't got the pace. And I hate to see him cart around and go and play for Scotland because I just feel all he's doing is just hurting himself even more. Um, and if you look at right back and left back, the kind of players out there, you're looking at potentially the Fulham right back. You're looking at Curtis from Bournemouth. Yep. You're looking at. I know Davies has been rumoured, but that's going to be because it's a free signing. Jonathan Davies, you can see that potentially happening. It's because it's a free signing. You can see Liverpool not dipping into their pockets and just being frugal again. So if you think about it, so players like Hato and Frimpong, Pedro Porro being listed, Kirkes, and Hato, Hernandez. There's players we can get, but I want to see a player that's going to be defensively strong. We know we're going to be talking about sort of like around 30 million mark. Yeah, you're not 30 million, 35 million. You're not going to see Liverpool spend the money. FSG promises a lot when it comes to these things, and just under deliver when it comes to purchasing players. And the quickest route for us to get success is always a long route. Yeah, remember the time that we had basically midfielders who had no legs, and it was until then we eventually got Sabozalai in there, McAllister in there, but we went through the pain that season, didn't we? Yeah. So Trent obviously going to go. Virgil hopefully will stay. Um, I just can't. I can't see us being able to have that kind of upheaval. No. If we do, then obviously then we'll have to have a conversation as to potentially who can we sign a defender. But you know, at the moment, the Bournemouth defender everyone's talking about, potentially Real Madrid are sniffing on him as well. Um, but he looks a promising player. Premiership proven already. He's doing really well with Bournemouth. So, that's someone for the future. But he's not, you can't put your hat on him. And I think a Liverpool centre midfielder like Virgil, you need to put your hat on him straight away. Konate's there, but I feel Konate still needs Virgil a little bit longer before he takes real leadership in terms of the team. Um, Midfield obviously we're fine. And then obviously got strikers. Isaac's the one everyone's talking about. 150 million, you're having a bubble. I can't see that happening. Um, there's rumours that we may offload some players. Again, you're going to get loads of rumours now, especially leading up to the summer. Will Nunes go? It looks like most likely Nunes is going to go. Jota, as he's run the course now, and the injuries have sort of taken over him. Diaz potentially, is Barcelona still around? Is Saudi the look? Saudi looking at Nunes. Potentially that could be another offshoot for Nunes. I feel his head's not in it no more. I feel like as a Nunes fan, it's so disappointing because I really wanted the guy to do well. But look, again and again, he hasn't delivered. When he stepped up for that penalty against PSG, I knew it already that he was going to miss. Didn't we know it? I just can't see it. I can't see Nunes staying in the club, and I think we need to move on. Isaac's the kind of one we're looking at. There's a few really. I never say his name right. Ikekete, a really good player. I think it's in Germany. Everyone's looking at him at the moment. Again, is he ready? I don't think he's ready. He's not rough and ready. He's not ready. Alvarez to talk about, but he just only went to um, Atletico, so I can't see that happening. It'll be great to get Isaac. I don't want to hear no Delap business. No, no. And again, it's about FSG. They'll promise a lot. they'll take us all the way with is that to say yes, we're going to get him, and then we can't afford him. He'll go to Barcelona, he'll go to wherever, or Arsenal, or Chelsea, etc., etc., etc. You know, we need that kind of striker though. We need that finisher, that hungry lion who can finish to bang the ball in there. And at the moment we haven't got that. It'd be nice to see Chiesa against Everton starting in up front. When he came on against Newcastle, you could feel that hunger in him, and then he got that goal. And you know, we just didn't turn up. If we turn up and we had maybe a different starting lineup, you never know. It's a pity. The last few games has been disappointing, but look, the players have tried. You've seen that. Just the energy levels just looks really gone. Now the international break hopefully has helped the international break. Hopefully has helped the guys to reset. And the coach has said that in his press conference. He feels like that's been good for the guys to refresh. He didn't really want to delve too much into the Trent situation because obviously Trent's now his main focus is to help Trent get back fitness. But obviously there'll be conversations happening behind the scene. I can't see this coach and what he wants to do that he won't get at least supported. I'm just concerned about FSG not giving that quicker support in terms of real investment into the team and not just looking at sort of Aldi bargain buys as they do. Um, we need to move beyond that. Once we get this league title, we need to solidify. That brings us to the game of today against Everton. Disappointing. Obviously, we played Everton in the last minute equaliser. Let's get the win today. Let's see the boys now. Really, next 5, 6 games is opportunity just to cement this league title. Arsenal got a result yesterday. Saka's come back. That'll give them a bit of a hope and a bit of pep in his step. What we need to do now, just put Everton away today, get the points back to 12, and then just keep winning the next few games, and then get the league title done, and give it a chance maybe just to start changing the team around a bit, and give the coach time to start planning. Really, I don't want to be having this drawn out, start losing games and stuff like that. I think mentally we're a bit fragile, and that's only because of fitness. I think the fitness has been an issue. Um, I think we can see the players that we've got. We've got one of the best teams in the league against Newcastle. This Newcastle game plan was just direct, and we were so tired. We just didn't have the answer to it, and we didn't play our ball, and we let them bully us. As simple as that. It was a disappointing game, and I didn't think Newcastle were great at all. I think Newcastle just did what they needed to do. We were quite average. If we'd turned up in that game properly, I think maybe there would have been a different case, but we didn't turn up really in that game. We didn't, and it's disappointing, and that'll be down to the coach and the decisions he made, and I think he knows that and he accepts it. So against Everton, I would like to see Simicast start. I really would. But then Simicast is a player again. We talked about people again. He needs to go. I don't think Simicast should be staying in the club. I don't see him. I don't want to back up him to be back up to anyone. I think he needs to go now. He's just not. He's not knocked on the door hard enough to get into the team. Addison obviously was dropped against Newcastle to let Keller in, but Addison will be back. Virgil, Canate, and then Bradley's just come back from injury in training. I think Kwanzaa may be injured. If Kwanzaa's fit, I'll presume Kwanzaa will start on the right back and not Bradley. Centre midfield. Ooh. The coach has talked about Endo and that he should have started Endo against Newcastle. So I don't know what he'll do, considering that McAllister would have been out there with Argentina. So I would surmise he'll play McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gravenberch, as we've been doing. But then he may decide to give Endo a little go in there. Maybe Endo, McAllister and Szoboszlai. That could be the case. I mean, obviously, we know Jones is getting a little bit of game time. We know Elliott, potentially he'll be gone. I just can't see a lot of game time for Elliott apart from if we just get the league title done. So maybe Endo's gets a chance to start today. Now, obviously, Gakpo's come back from injury. I think Gakpo will start today. Diaz has been a bit disappointed last few games. I would love to see Chiesa up top. I would love to see that. And obviously Salah on the right-hand side. And I would like to see that as a starting lineup against Everton. And us get the points. It's a lovely day today. Weather's great. Perfect day to play football. And dust down the disappointments. Dust down the disappointments of the loss. And let's get back and just finish and win this title. And enjoy it, because at the moment it kind of feels like we're just taking a bit of the gleam away from it. And I don't really want that. I think we need to really celebrate. Start the season, we're not expecting Liverpool to be potentially winning the league title. We did not expect that. With Klopp going, we did not expect Slot to turn up and deliver this as he's been doing. So let's just celebrate that. Let's enjoy that. Let's get it and show what a real parade is like. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe and click on notifications. Algorithm thing, the more you share, the more people see my post, and I really like that. And just please, if you watch, just click and try and watch the videos to the end as well. And see you on the other side.